You are one wrong turn away from a fine you never saw coming. And I don't mean a pothole. I mean a law, a brand new, quietly updated driving law that went into effect this year and nobody told you about it. Not your insurance company, not the DMV, not the news. And the worst part? You could be breaking it right now on your daily commute, thinking you're doing everything right. I've spent the last several weeks digging through state transportation bills, federal highway updates, and traffic attorney briefings, and what I found genuinely surprised me. Some of these changes are small. Some of them carry fines over $1,000. And number 3, I'm telling you right now, most drivers have no idea this one even exists yet. Stick around for that one, because it's the kind of thing that will save you from a roadside situation you never want to be in. I'm your host here at Smart Money and Retirement, and today we are breaking down 10 driving laws that just changed in 2026. Let's get into it. Starting with number 1, speed camera expansion. If you live in or near any major metro area, the camera networks have grown significantly this year. Several states officially expanded automated speed enforcement zones beyond school zones and construction areas into residential streets and highway on-ramps. These are not warnings anymore. They're straight-to-mail citations. No officer, no traffic stop, just a letter with a fine attached. Some jurisdictions are issuing fines starting at $250 for first offenses, and the second offense in the same camera zone jumps to $500. Know where the zones are in your city. Check your local DOT website. It takes 10 minutes and could save you real money. Number 2, hands-free enforcement just got teeth. Yes, we've all heard about distracted driving laws. But what changed in 2026 is the penalty structure. Holding your phone at a red light now counts as a violation in several newly updated state laws. The old loophole of I was stopped as gone. If the engine is running, you are driving in the eyes of the law. Points on your license, insurance hikes, and in some states, a mandatory distracted driving course that comes out of your pocket. Number 3. This is the one. Lane filtering for motorcycles is now legal in more states than ever before. And if you don't know what that means, you need to, because it directly affects how you drive your car. Lane filtering allows motorcycles to slowly move between lanes of stopped or slow-moving traffic. It's legal. It's lawful. And if you open your car door, change lanes without signaling, or drift into another lane while stopped in traffic, and a motorcyclist gets hurt, you are liable. Fully. The law now explicitly protects the motorcycle, not the car. Drivers are already getting cited for aggressive lane changes that interfere with filtering motorcycles even when no collision happened. This one caught drivers completely off guard at the start of the year, and the citation numbers are already climbing. Slow down. Check your mirrors before you move an inch in stopped traffic. Number 4, school zone hours have been extended in multiple states. It used to be morning drop-off and afternoon pickup. That was it. Now several states have added a midday window tied to early dismissal days and special schedules, and those extended hours are actively being enforced. The fines in school zones are double the standard speed fine in most states. And with camera enforcement active in these zones, you won't even get a warning. Number 5, EV charging lane rules. This one is brand new territory. As electric vehicle infrastructure expands, states are rolling out dedicated EV lanes at rest stops and public charging stations, and parking your non-electric vehicle in one, even briefly now, carries a fine in over a dozen states. Think of it like a handicap space. You don't park there. You move on. The fines range from $75 to $300 depending on your state. Number 6, emergency vehicle buffer zones just got bigger. The move over law has existed for years, but the buffer distance legally required when passing a stopped emergency vehicle has increased. In several states, it went from 1 lane to 2 lanes of clearance where road conditions allow. Violating this now triggers automatic license points in addition to the fine. And law enforcement is actively prioritizing this one. More officers were injured roadside last year than the year before. They are not playing around with this enforcement. Number 7, right turn on. Red restrictions have expanded into more intersections. Certain high pedestrian traffic intersections in cities now have permanent no right turn on red signage, even when no sign existed before. If a new sign went up and you didn't notice it, that's still a moving violation. Pay attention at intersections you drive through every single day. Things change and your muscle memory won't save you from the ticket. Number 8, tinted window regulations have been tightened in several states. If you had your windows tinted a few years ago, under old rules, your vehicle might now be out of compliance with 2026 standards. Law enforcement can now issue citations on site without needing a separate tint meter in some jurisdictions. If you're not sure about your tint percentage, get it checked. This is an easy fix before it becomes an expensive problem. Number 9, drunk driving threshold changes for commercial license holders. The BAC limit for CDL drivers, commercial driver's license holders, has been lowered in several states. Even if you only drive a commercial vehicle occasionally, you fall under this threshold while operating that vehicle. This is a career-ending citation for many professional drivers who weren't updated on the change. If you drive commercially in any capacity, you need to verify your state's current limit. Don't assume it's the same as last year. Number 10, new rules around dash cam footage and privacy. This one is fascinating and a little unsettling. Several states passed legislation in late 2025 that took effect this year regarding how dash cam footage can be used, stored, and shared. In some states, you are now required to provide dash cam footage to law enforcement upon request at a traffic stop if your vehicle is equipped with one. Refusing can now be treated similarly to refusing a breathalyzer in certain circumstances. On the flip side, other states created new protections for drivers using that same footage as evidence in their defense. Know your state's specific law here because this one is genuinely complicated and the rules go both ways. Here's the thing about all of this. The law doesn't care whether you knew. That's the part that gets people every single time. I didn't know that changed is not a defense. It never has been. But now, more than ever, with automated enforcement systems, expanded camera networks, and laws that updated without any real public campaign to announce them, the burden falls entirely on you to stay informed. And I'll be straight with you, that's exactly why this channel exists. Because whether we're talking about protecting your money, planning your retirement, or making sure you don't get blindsided by something as simple as a traffic law, the game always rewards the people who pay attention. The ones who show up informed, the ones who don't assume yesterday's rules still apply today. If this video helped you, do me one favor, share it with someone you know who drives. Your family, your friends, your coworker who always complains about tickets. Send it to them. Because honestly, most people will never search for this information on their own. But if it lands in their feed, it could save them a real headache. Subscribe to Smart Money and Retirement if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We cover everything from financial blind spots to the kind of real-world information that quietly affects your wallet before you ever see it coming. Drive safe, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.